Greetings and salutations, friends, and welcome to another installment of Stamford Bridge, where, my God, I'm so disappointed that this image is indeed AI, but man, does it capture the spirit of the moment perfectly.
Don't politicize it though, Arch.
Oh yeah, God, I saw that. Like, please don't use this for political goals. No, I think I will. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm going to use it for nothing but political gain. Yeah, fuck you. Even if you've got no sense of self-preservation, I still do.
Yes, for all our disagreements, I still wish to spare you the fate that you seem so intent on ensuring for yourself.
God, there is a lemming-like quality to it, isn't there?
Hell, not even just like a lemming-like quality. It's become pathological now.
Yeah.
And what makes this one even crazier is, of course, it wasn't that many months ago when we had another rather meme-worthy picture. Where can I find it here?
Just for anyone who's wondering, there was an Islamist from Lebanon that the German government dragged from Lebanon to Germany, and they gave him like 2 months of sensitivity training for being a jihadi. And then they let him loose on German society, and he decided, I'm going to go on a jihadi rampage through a pride parade in a car. Only one person died, so that's not too bad, I suppose. But entirely preventable death. 16 other people were injured.
Well, not even entirely preventable. It was deaths and injuries caused purely and solely by progressivist doctrine.
Yeah. Literally 100% liberal, like, casualties, like, of the ideology, but also supporters of the ideology. So it's just like, okay, this is, so it takes on a kind of weird, like, religious sacrifice aspect to it, where it's like, we are okay with a Muslim jihadi driving us down while he screams Allahu Akbar because it's for diversity. It's like, okay.
Yep. And this, of course, comes some months after the previous incident where another jihadi, literally climbing over a left-winger, shouting in his defense.
That's right, yeah.
Throws a bomb over his shoulder.
Yeah, everyone was lucky enough it didn't go off. It's just mental. But the point that we need to take away from this, and the primary point that everyone can take away from this, is that no interaction with reality will change their opinion on their ideology. Doesn't matter how many jihadis throw bombs. Doesn't matter how many gays get run over by Muslim in cars. This is a part of the plan for them. They accept the cost.
Not only do they accept the cost, they celebrate it.
Oh yeah.
There was a beautiful. Oh yeah, here we go. So here is Berlin. From Berlin to Gaza, yalla yalla intifada. Berlin's pride demonstration chants slogans calling for intifada. Shortly after, an IS terrorist, Abdul Balut, drove a van into the pride crowd.
Well, don't we all just celebrate intifada?
Like, people are mocking it down here, chickens for KFC, and my God, is it true?
Very much. Very much, but they genuinely believe.
Yes, they genuinely do. Like, and the thing that you need to understand to hammer this home here that makes it so insane is that you've got here two flags in shot at the same time. You've got the racial pride flag right there, the most progressive of flags, trans colors. What's the yellow part? Asexual or something?
It might be autistic.
It might be.
Honestly, I don't know at this point. I don't know. Who fucking knows?
With the Palestine flag right next to it, a country in which homosexuality is punished by death.
Slut.
Oh yeah.
And there's no sense of confusion here in the crowd. Like, ideologically, this fits perfectly together in their minds. There's no doubt. There's not a moment of hesitation. It's like reality exists somewhere else in an area entirely separate from their purely performative parade.
Yeah, reality is very much what they make of it, as far as they're concerned. So, yeah, no, if we all just agree, we all support Palestine, even though the Palestinians would happily kill us all, well, who cares? You know, like, they view this as being a very irrelevant conversation.
To wreck this yellow mare's fluttery,
Yeah.
buttery bud?
No, like I like that because they seem to be, they seem to think they're orcs. If they just believe hard enough,
Yeah,
everything will just slot into place.
but they don't understand why you would bring this up. You're just a bigot.
And luckily for the members of this Pride Parade, you remember we talked about this a few, like what, 1-2 months ago, that Spain were granting citizenship to, was it 100,000 illegal immigrants or something?
Oh, no. It's 500,000.
500,000, even better.
Yeah.
Let's see. Spain. Oh, there we go. Yep, 500,000. You're right. Spain migrant amnesty grant legal status to 500,000 people.
I just can't get over amnesty. We broke into your country. Can we stay? No. But why don't you just let us stay? Because we don't want you here. That's why.
Well,
get out.
As the answer turns out to, in fact, be yes instead.
Well, yeah.
This news have
this is some
traveled down.
leftist government that Spain has, isn't it?
Very much so.
Yeah. So, you know, you get what you vote for.
So right now, the Spanish little colonies on the coast of Morocco and Algeria
Dawned.
Yeah, they're just being overrun.
Yeah, it's actually mad. I saw just some Spanish locals just assaulting the illegals, just beating them in the street. It's like, Jesus, why not?
I mean, the thing is, like, some of the footage you see, like, what is the difference between this and a fucking zombie movie? Honestly.
Well, it's just an invasion. How would you describe it other than with the word invasion?
Yeah, no, because there are people thick as ants crawling over barricades, swimming around them, streaming ashore.
I mean, it actually looks like that World War Z movie.
Yes, like it literally
trying to get into Israel.
Like a fucking zombie invasion.
Yeah.
Then you just have the locals looking at befuddled and clearly distraught, like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Why is this being allowed? Well, it's because you're being betrayed by your government. First time. But unironically, how would you describe this if not with the word invasion? How is it not an invasion?
Well, yeah. And of course, this is because they now know that, okay, well, if we can just get onto Spanish soil and stick, sooner or later we'll become Spanish.
Yeah, they'll let us stay. So, okay, that's stupid, but okay.
All we need to do is put enough pressure on the government and they'll naturalize another 500,000 of us.
And some communist in fucking Madrid will just say, yeah, go on, then why not?
Yeah.
I'm not a racist.
Of course not. Why would you stop this absolute magnificent flood of diversity?
I mean, it's genuinely like a scene out of Camp of the Saints, though. It's actually mad how it really looks like it, except there are no women and children. In Camp of the Saints, they assumed that there'd be women and children.
Yeah, no, this is more like the fall of Gondor as the gates are finally broken open.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
It is exclusively fighting age men. Exclusively.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's not a woman, there's not a child, there's not an old man in the entire bunch. There's 20-year-old men. All of them.
Yep. And they're like shouting, Gibbs, Gibbs, Gibbs.
Well, yeah, because to them, this is like, holy shit, Spain. We're trading Morocco for Spain.
Yeah, yeah. Even Spain is better than Morocco.
Yeah. So, well, if we wanted to be culturally enriched, the process is still happening. Don't worry about it.
It's just mad, isn't it? Though it's just absolutely mad. I mean, like this is just an invasion. Like they should be being met with men with guns.
Well, okay,
a few warning shots should be fired, and if they don't listen, well, everyone knows what the appropriate response should be after that.
Local authorities in these little like Spanish parts of Africa applied the government for the power to declare an emergency and close the borders and potentially use force in order to stem the invasive tide.
And the Spanish government's like, is this an emergency? You think this is an emergency, you racist?
Yes, like literally, that's what they said. Immigration is not an emergency.
Oh, fuck off. Just fuck off.
This is just immigration. That's all it is.
What we are looking at here are tens of thousands of rapists. Just so you know.
Well, now that rape is no longer really a crime in Spain, can we call them that?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, I can call them that, but why is it bad? Ask the Spanish government.
Indeed. Again, it's just migration. It's not a catastrophe. It's not a crisis. It's just...
It's diversity.
Yep.
Spain is being enriched.
The ordered masses of legitimate asylum seekers.
Honestly, it's mad, isn't it? It's just that. Like, I mean, Enoch Powell really comes to mind here with just, it's like watching a nation heaping up its own funeral pyre.
Yeah. It really is. And nothing will be done. And there's
no. Hey, whoa. What do you mean nothing will be done? Visas will be granted. Citizenship will be extended. Benefits will be paid. What do you mean nothing will be? Lots will be done. It'll just all be fucking destructive.
Because this is just start one. So the places they're invading right now is Spain has a handful of small little holdings on the coast of Algeria and Morocco, like long-time colonial holdings. Yeah. But this is Spanish soil. It's Spanish territory, which means that now that they're there, they have access to Spain. They can literally just jump on a ferry and travel to Spain once they're in there. Not to mention, again, if they can just settle, they'll just wait for the next wave of naturalizations, the next 500,000 illegals to be granted citizenship.
It's insane. It's just so insane.
This is reality.
Funeral pyre.
And the moment they're in Spain, well, congratulations. There's free
you're in the
movement
Schengen
throughout the
zone?
European Union.
Lucky for you. God, I'm so glad we left the European Union. Fuck me. I mean, it's not like we get, 200 fucking chances a day breaking into our country. But, like, I guess it's nothing compared to this.
There's also beautiful images of, like, Spanish border guards who's just, they've just got to stand there and just accept it. That's going to be a weird day at work, isn't it? It's like, Holly, why are you here? To guard the border? Okay. Well, there's currently 5,000 fighting age males climbing it. What are you going to do?
Not great. It's not going brilliantly. Not going to lie. Could have been going better.
Could have been going better. But yep, no, that's this is just what happens now, and this is just an ancillary thing. This is just one of the things that happened today that we could bring up, is as loosely tangentially combined with all of the other nonsense. But to return to Germany, it does in fact get worse, as there's been a fascinating little evolution of this story right here, where. Initially, as per usual, there was the closing of the ranks that they couldn't use. We can't allow this to be used as a cudgel against the Muslims. That would be terrifying. And it's now continuing. Like, I love this one. As a queer woman, if I'm going to Palestine, I'm not afraid of Hamas. I'm afraid of Israel.
Go on, then.
Sir?
Go on, then. Put your money where your fucking mouth is. Go on.
Sir?
Go for a little holiday to the West Bank.
Yep, take a trip to Gaza, informing Hamas of your whereabouts and your sexual preferences, and we'll see.
Yeah.
Hamas governs according to Islam's Sharia law, under which homosexuals are executed. But no, it's Israel who's the real danger.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If you're in Gaza, yeah, maybe. They're probably bombing you or something. But, like, it's not like there aren't other things over there to be worried about. Like this act, that there's only one bad thing in the Middle East and it's Israel. It's like, no, the Middle East is full of bad things.
Well, it also comes back to this thing of reality is not the same for us as it is for them.
Yeah.
One of the things I saw most frequently, so this is a very common point in this whole little debate, because left-wing circles have had a lot of argument, not the talking heads, but internally about this terrorist attack. With the defensive narrative is things like, this was a great post. That's what happens when you let those people in the country. Because people have been arguing, listen, this is a result of liberal immigration policy. You can't deny it. There's simply no way around it.
Who else would you blame?
Yes, there's no one else to blame. And the defense is, the people argue that often the same people who regularly threaten us with the exact same violence.
What? Who? Who is threatening you with this?
Well, this is like...
Give names. Be specific.
This is how deep you have to be in at this point, right? Because at one point, you could simply just deny reality. The violence was in Gaza, so obviously Gaza's a fairy tale land, where whatever rules you make up in your head are the rules that exist in reality. You know, you don't need to think about it.
Yeah.
And now that the violence is right where you are, at home, because you've imported the terrorists, you've got to construct this alternative reality where just everybody around you will enact the exact same violence on you. Now that cars are crashing into your parade, you've got to construct a narrative that this was always happening.
Yeah. MAGA is just guilty of this completely. Non-stop. Why would they just keep doing it? Who knows?
Yes.
Just fascists.
And Christians. Another defense,
God,
too, is like...
Oh, God, yeah. Christians famous for their random car attacks.
Exactly. It's like Christians will argue, oh, we're better than the Islamists, while actively trying to remove trans folks from public life. It's a quieter cultural genocide, but still actively happening.
If it helps when the Christians aren't the ones calling the shots anymore, I guess we'll see an actual genocide rather than a cultural one.
That's true. As it literally is the fantasy world defense right now. They're still clinging to this idea of the cultural genocide, where any argument against progressivism is equivalent to murder.
Yeah.
And that was holding up very well for a long time, because the entire doctrine is built on conformity. So once you're inside the gates, you gotta accept the doctrine, right? Heaven is real, hell exists, all of that. You just gotta swallow it. But
like J.K. Rowling is the world's biggest war criminal.
Yes. But there's a lot of people now that I looked through this massive Reddit thread on this, and this one was the one that stood out the most. Honestly, I don't know how I can even trust my own community if it is not possible to criticize Islam anymore.
It's not been possible to criticize Islam for a long time. Where have you been?
I'm trying to imagine, imagine this person who's been in this community presumably for a very long time, who's been trusting it, built their entire identity around it, posts on Reddit, God help us. And one day you're just sitting there, you're watching the news, a van has plowed into a pride parade, your identity is under attack, the man is yelling Allahu Akbar as he does it, And all of your allies, all of your contemporaries in the little safe space you've built for yourself on the internet are like, well, it's not the Muslims doing this.
If it is, it's not their fault.
Yeah, it's Christianity, goddammit.
Yeah. Christians are intolerant, you know.
Yes.
They don't want you going in the women's bathrooms.
That's a cultural genocide right there.
Yeah. Well, there we go. Problem solved. Case
And
closed.
Like, some of these people are now beginning to look around at their friends and going like, are you fucking insane?
Yes, of course. Well, I fucking chop my own dick off, mate. Yes, I'm insane. They will reply. Who did
They
you
will.
think you were hanging out with?
And it's this... well, we'll see where it goes
People
from here,
who
I guess.
mutilate themselves for sexual fetishes? Mad? Huh.
They're beginning to quietly awaken now to that fact. Like, more and more of them are looking around and going like, have I sided with the crazy people? How could this happen? How could this happen to me? And the pushback has been quite savage, too. This post reminds me of a political cartoon where a person is watering a tree, and on the branch of this tree that is being watered is a rope that is connected to a noose around the person's neck.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
an oldie but goldie
Yes.
that was perennially true. True when it was made in, like, 2006 or whatever it was. And Christopher Hitchin was like, guys, I think we better worry about that Islam thing. Just as true to this day.
Unquestionably so. You voted for all of this, and now it's happening. Now it's real.
Yeah.
It's there.
Any regrets?
And some of them are, like, that's the interesting part. Some of them are clearly visibly beginning to regret.
Well, there we go. Aren't you a bigot?
Aren't you a bigot indeed? And that will be no doubt the defense, that they are simply being bigoted against their new countrymen.
So true. So true.
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see where this particular radicalization will lead the LGBTQ community.
The problem is they can't uncommit from Islam because it's essentially a form of minoritarianism at this point. Like, if they uncommit from that, they've got to uncommit from everything else that they've taken under their wing under the principles of we are for minorities.
Yep. Well, there was, let's see. Ah, yes, here we go. I want to have a look at this. So this was from the organizers of the Berlin Pride Parade. They've got some things to say.
Incredible. This is, before we go on, right, this is the sort of statement that the commissar or whatever it was says in bloody Chernobyl. Right? This is the there's no graphite on the roof comrade statement.
As the CSD organizers in Berlin, we are distraught about what happened yesterday. Our thoughts are with the victims, their loved ones, and everybody who has been affected by this terrible event. We would like to offer our thanks to all volunteers and guests who wanted to demonstrate peacefully with us. Many of these people suffered much emotional stress yesterday.
God, the fucking weakness of the language here as well. Like, normally, whenever some of this would happen, right, it would be a hate crime. It would be an act of such tremendous hate. They would use words, hate. They attacked us. They assaulted us.
But if it was a right-winger who did this...
Yes. It would be an unimaginable hate crime against people who were injured and killed and murdered.
Yeah.
But now
Well, just to be clear, it is a hate crime.
Yes.
Like, it is literally because he hates gay people, literally. It's a hate crime.
But now it's an event. It's like a tree crashed on their parade.
Yeah, it's like there was the candles caught fire and everyone had to evacuate a birthday party.
Yes. And many suffered emotional damage.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I bet. Yeah.
I mean, yes, that's true, but what about the 40 people who were injured and the dead guy? Oh, did they suffer emotionally as well?
Does it sufficiently capture the scope of the event?
What they experienced will have long-lasting effects. We are trying to offer emotional support, psychological support. This is needed for our team as well. I'm grateful to my team. Thank you. We are grateful to all people who assisted, all first responders. Our mayor has rightly praised the collaboration with the police. Their quick professional response was decisive in this context. We are also grateful to the Fire Brigade, Berlin Senate, all authorities who have been involved in this collaboration.
Again, it's like a fucking accident happened. Like some act of God, some natural thing occurred.
Just some event, some, tsunami or something like that.
Something utterly neutral.
Yeah. Nothing that's within the compass of human agency happened.
Yes.
The CSD organization in Berlin stands for solidarity, respect, coexistence. A city open to the world was on the street.
But this other guy doesn't, does he?
No, he doesn't.
Fucking coexistence. Yeah, that's not on his radar, mate.
What we need now, we believe, is to take a measured approach to support everyone affected. We will not get involved with any speculation. We will wait for the result of the police investigation.
We do not know the true nature of the wind that blew through our parade.
Yeah.
We will not speculate.
Necessary.
We will not speculate as the intent of the wind.
But we know exactly who this guy was. He was literally a convicted fucking jihadi. Your government had him extradited to punish him for being a jihadi.
No. You may have heard the shouts of Inshallah as the wind blew through the parade, but this is not indicative of anything.
The government literally dragged him back from Lebanon, where he was in prison, for being a jihadi. I feel like I'm going mad.
Our basic approach has not changed.
Why would it change? Why would our worldview adopt in any way to this event?
Yeah.
We reject all forms of violence.
But he doesn't.
Yeah.
Ideologies, be they religious or other extremists.
We reject all ideologies, says the extremist.
Yeah, as if this isn't an extreme ideological position.
Are trying to suppress people. We do not want this deed to be instrumentalized for political ends.
Too fucking bad!
Yeah, it's a shame.
We don't want any groups to be placed under suspicion for this.
Oh, way too late for that. Holy shit, way too late for that. That ship has sailed. That horse has fucking bolted, my friend. Jesus. It's like this happened in 2004 or something, Like, no.
Well, I imagine that's got to be how they view it. Like, this is just like
Are you ready?
burying the head as deep as they can in the sand and just like, no.
It's the idea.
People are trying to divide our society. And
yes, they're called the Islamists. They've been trying for quite some time.
I'm dividing them too. People who are insane and let in jihadis to run them down, and people who don't. That's how I divide society.
Set some people against others. As the CSD in Berlin, we will not allow this.
What do you mean you'll not allow it? How are you going to stop it?
You were just victimized by it. Like,
yeah.
the divisive element ran a van into your
Are
parade.
you ready to let this yellow mare
You've got no way of stopping this.
And
You won't
you're
allow
only-
it. It's too fucking bad.
Like, imagine as well, like, okay, the thing here is, this group of people have absolutely no defense against this. Like, yeah, if this was a Christian man, and in fact, there's another clip that illustrates this perfectly, right?
Diese Nachrichten zu bekommen, dass beim CSD ein Auto reingerast ist, ein Mann in einem Auto.
So this
I
is
do
in
not speak
German.
the Deutsch.
I should probably try and translate. So what she's basically saying is that once the reports came in that a man in a car had struck the parade, she says, they were shocked and they were hoping that it would be a white person in the car.
Yeah, I remember this. Yeah, if only,
Yep.
only.
Because if it wasn't a white person in the car, then this would be used as an attack upon intersectionality
Yeah,
and all the things they're fighting for.
yeah.
And that's true.
intersectionality.
And again, like that, this entire statement that he made, right? They have no defense. They have no defense against this. No statement against this. This wasn't hatred this time. It wasn't an evil force. It was just something happened. Like if you listened to this statement and you knew nothing else about what had gone on,
Yeah,
would you even think anybody had been injured?
No, I mean it sounds like someone posted something on social media that offended everyone.
Doesn't it just? Yes.
You know, like it doesn't sound like someone's dead.
No. Like, it sounds like some minor inconvenience happened, the Pride Parade was interrupted, and the fire chiefs, the firemen, had to come by real quick.
Yeah, someone posted "it's okay to be white" stickers or something.
And then they, of course, end with the statement to reassure the Islamists for the next time that they will not defend themselves. They will cast no stones. They will lay no blame.
Yeah, trust us. We are as weak, defenseless sheep and lambs in the field as you thought we were.
Literally. The thump against your bonnet is the most resistance we will ever present you with.
Mad, absolutely mad.
That's fucking crazy. And, like, as the Islamists, too, you must be deeply fucking confused, as the wolf is finishing savaging one of the sheep, and all of the others just join circles around the wolf to protect it from the
Yeah,
shepherd.
you're safe with us, Mr. Wolf.
Yep.
What?
We stand with you.
Literally what happens. That's literally it.
Yeah, and if you choose to
hell.
violate another one of us, well, we cannot judge your actions, and we will not speculate as to why.
No, it's worse than that. No. If you choose to do it to another one of us, well, we know that the shepherd is really at fault.
He
That's
made
what
you
this
do
is.
it.
Yeah, exactly. The shepherd made you do it.
The shepherd made you do it. It is a wild fucking world. And, of course, there's been no soul-searching publicly, Pride as usual, everything is fine.
Well, it just goes to show you that the ideology is not contingent on events.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It doesn't, whatever happens in the real world, they've already established what right and wrong ought to be. And so they just have to endure whatever happens in reality.
Yep. Even when the news kind of started coming out as well, 21-year-old Abdul, as the suspect, he was known to the police. They knew he was a crazy Islamist, but what can they do?
They let him go anyway.
What's the alternative? Arrest him? What, for being an Islamist?
For wanting to kill people, put him in jail so he doesn't murder someone. God, you're a bigot.
We don't do that here in Europe. We are a free state, God damn it. We would never
don't
do
that in
that.
Germany.
Now,
You've seen
if
that
you-
we don't do that in Germany meme.
We don't do that in Germany. No, I don't think I have.
Oh, it's so good. It's just the sort of like, the angry soy jack with the gross teeth. And, it's just whatever it is. Like, oh, don't do that in Germany. And it's like, yeah, this is exactly what they're like, by the way.
Those
The German leftists are exactly that way. In fact, not even just leftists. A lot of Germans are like that.
There was a fantastic thing about this that came out recently as well, because obviously we wouldn't arrest somebody for being a religious extremist planning to run into a pride parade. We have freedoms here in the Western world. But
somehow that's part of our freedoms.
Here we go. Meanwhile, so in Wisconsin, in the United States of all places, I don't know if you heard about this tale. A man was jailed for 18 months because his Skyrim username was identified in a related case.
Yeah, well, so has someone with a similar username committed a crime then?
Yes. So somebody that had been found to be probably guilty of child sexual abuse with the username Fusrodar from Skyrim. But with
a billion people with that fucking username.
Yes, and one of those billions of people, which had a similar username, but instead of Fusrodar with 2 underscores, he had 1 underscore.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He was arrested in 2020.
Fuck. Can you imagine trying to explain this to the police?
Well,
no,
he
it's
tried.
2 underscores, I swear. Yeah, of course he fucking tried.
And they just didn't fucking believe him. So they had a mountain of evidence on the other guy, too, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
They had telecommunications, they had like Discord messages, they had everything they needed to convict him, and they couldn't find any sign of any of this evidence in connection with the other guy. They couldn't find any messages on his computer, they couldn't find any Discord messages, they couldn't find any telecommunications traces. They found nothing to corroborate their own evidence, and they just decided to go the fuck ahead.
Poor dude.
They just fucking went on with it.
That is awful.
And
hopefully he gets a mega payout for this.
Yeah, so they send him to 18 months in prison. And in all due likeliness, 18 months for basically child sexual, providing sexual explicit to a child and possession of child pornography and intent to do things to the child, I believe, were the full charges. Pretty severe.
Jesus. Yeah.
So 18 months is already pretty soft. And that was probably because none of their evidence fit the case.
Also, going to jail because you're a nonce is a dangerous thing. Like, other prisoners will be like, look, I just murder people, bro. I don't molest children.
Yep. So that was dangerous too. Sentenced 18 months, served the entire prison sentence before being let loose, and eventually he himself is now suing the shit out of the entire fucking criminal justice system.
Good. I hope he comes away a fucking billionaire.
Oh, yes.
Fucking hell.
Because, of course, the moment he himself could come out and hire somebody to look into this, it was facile to prove the mistake. It was just that the police had no interest in doing so.
Fuck's sake, man, that's awful.
So this is what happens if you have a username on the internet, and if you're posting memes somewhere about wanting to run over pride parades, if you're an extremist in Germany, what can we do?
That's fine.
We can't just arrest people for that. That'd be ridiculous. Especially not somebody who already has been arrested in another country for these exact same charges.
Yeah, no, send him to Germany so we can lecture him. We can get some fucking lanyard-wearing 50-year-old woman who doesn't have any children to hector him for a bit. I'm sure that'll really make him love German civilization.
The best part is, even the 50-year-old people. There was a wonderful statement from one of the EU officials. Diversity and tolerance are among the foundations of our democracies. And sure, the abhorrent attack in Berlin's Pride Parade was an assault on our free and open society. Those who resort to violence, hatred, and intolerance will never succeed. Yada yada. It's like, listen, this is literally, this is you hitting yourself.
Yeah, well, 100%.
You did this to yourself. Nobody else did this to you.
The weird thing is you can't even blame the criminal because you dragged him to Germany.
Yes, you
dragged him there. You extradited him from fucking Lebanon. But what? I bet the Lebanese are like, why? Because we want to lecture him for a bit about human rights. Oh, fucking hell. The Lebanese must be like, well, yeah, great. Get some out of our fucking jails.
Hmm. And this entirely self-inflicted wound was eminently predictable. Everybody knew it was going to happen. The police knew it was going to happen. The politicians, if they'd spent 5 seconds looking into it, knew what was going to happen.
Yeah. The guy was a known fucking lunatic.
Yep. And there's no reflection on this. None from the official sources. It's all just, That's fine. Please aggress upon us some more.
Are you ready to rut this yellow mare's fluttery, buttery butt?
Oh, yeah. Not much more to say there.
No. There was even, and the best part, okay, so, obviously, what is the purpose of terrorism, right? Terrorism is defined as violence with a political cause in mind, right? To further political point of view.
Theoretically.
Yeah, theoretically. Now, one might argue the effectiveness of it here and there, and there's been effective points of terrorism, absolutely. And I would put that considering the LGBTQ's community's reaction to this, which was this, raising their flags ever higher,
to leap to the terrorist defense.
I mean, it seems to me like terrorism has fucking worked really, really goddamn well.
But, I mean, could you imagine, like, being the jihadi, but like, aren't they afraid? No, they're flying the Palestine flag. Why are they doing that? They're a bunch of gays. I was trying to terrify them into following the dictates of Allah. It's like, I don't know, they just think that Palestine's really great. And they're defending you in public against the right wing who want to criminalize you for murdering them. Like, what?
Yeah.
It's genuinely, I'm dealing with fucking lunatics.
Well, you are, but like for the Islamists, this has got to be an obvious victory, right? Like they attack them, and what is their response? They raise their flag. Like this is the left wing surrendering. It's as hard as they can, but I don't know if it's enough.
And if I were the jihadis, I'd be like, what is happening? Someone get in here and fucking explain to me why these gays are defending me for killing them. What? I don't know, man. If I were them, I'd be like, I mean, I personally still don't understand it, but like, how much more difficult must be for them to understand?
Like, there's a beautiful, like this pot-bellied little man.
Are you fucking serious that they're doing this? Be like, yeah, look at this video, mate.
Yeah, this guy's wearing a white shirt saying Zionism is over.
Well, based, but like what?
Like, the terrorists are getting everything they want, but on the other hand, I also feel like the terrorists are going to look at this and go like, we don't want to be associated with this particular 4.5-foot manlet, all of these gays marching with our fucking flags.
Just...
I feel like there's a certain moral revulsion that would happen at the sight of this.
Well, yeah, absolutely. But like, I mean, it's got to be slightly dispiriting for the Islamists, right? Like, what's happened? Well, they're all cheering you on.
Yeah, you're trying your best to scare them and frighten them, and they just
that's exactly. He's like, well, what do you mean? Aren't they in terror of me and the power and glory of Allah? It's like, no. They're gay dancing the Palestine flags and defending you.
Yeah, they're raising the flag and claiming that you didn't do nothing.
Yeah, they're literally defending your right to kill them.
loudly proclaiming that they will remain soft and defenseless.
Yeah. And even Ahmed's like, but I don't have a right to kill them.
I don't know. A brief interlude as well, as we got some $50 super chats, and then we'll continue to blackpill you aggressively, chat, as I've got more. Yeah. I have worse things yet to come.
Oh, it's just mad. Everything's fucking mad.
Brandon for $50. To interrupt our regularly scheduled blackpill, let me share some 40k headcanon my brother's friend came up with. There were no high riders at Deshea. The nail started singing, Angron started swinging, and that's where Big E found him. I mean, that would make Big E sound better. And it would be better writing than what GW made, but that's exactly why I don't believe it, as also.
Well, that's why it has to be your headcanon, frankly.
Did you... So, you've seen that GW is in a bit of trouble now for using AI art, right?
Yeah, I've seen it. Like bullshit. It's just 6 fingers, bro. Oh, yeah, it was just one of the human artists made that mistake, did they?
Yes.
When's a human artist ever make that mistake?
Yeah, no, because you're human. You're not going to add an additional finger and be like, eh.
But also, aren't you, you're a professional human artist that does artwork for Games fucking Workshop. You're like, how many fingers do people have again? No, what? Bollocks.
The amount of concept art and rendered art that you and I have commissioned for our project alone, have our artist at any point just thrown in an extra digit?
Weirdly, it's only been the AI that does that.
Strange. And there was another one recently where they're promoting the Bjorn Fell handbook, and the bullets are coming out of 2 of the barrels of the rotary cannon.
Yeah. That seems like a very AI thing.
Yes, because the AI loves adding muzzle flare everywhere.
But also, it just doesn't understand how stuff works.
Yes. And so it sees barrels, and it thinks, well, barrels are in guns. Yeah, guns shoot, so...
Yeah, it just doesn't understand how these things work. It's like, right, okay. And the thing is, I'm not even blaming it, necessarily, but it's like, right, okay, GW, you've been fucking busted here, bro.
Yes.
And you know what? I'm not even fucking mad. Like it's because you said you weren't using it that I'm fucking pointing it out. Because it's fine. Everyone's fucking using AI, bro. Everyone. It's just the way things work now.
It's laziness and lack of quality assurance. Like, you can see many other errors too. Like, that makes this obviously AI. Look at his name. So his name is Björn, which is spelled with an So they've got the in the Norwegian, but then it's followed by a D. Björd?
Björd the Fell-Handed.
Yeah, Björd the Fell-Handed. Or on the thing around the Dreadnought's front chassis. So you can see he's got the elaborate decor on the side there that goes down, and then it stops, and some scratches, and then starts up it, stops, and then flat. Like, this too is probably just the AI going like, well, does the pattern go all the way around?
Yeah. Yep. Look, GW, right? What you do, get like an artist to do some get the computer to do the AI, and then get an artist to go around touching it up. Yeah. It's fine.
And the thing is, as well, all right, I've got nothing as AI art. I think it's a good leveling component for various studios to be able to produce things of a higher quality without needing to spend $1 billion in artists. But
that they otherwise couldn't do.
Yeah, but Games Workshop could do and have done this.
I was watching the Lords of War Hobby Store podcast earlier before this. GW are posting fucking record fucking sales as usual. That's crazy. Like this, I bet they can't even believe their fucking luck. They're literally printing money at this point.
They're raking in the cash, and yet they still feel the need to cut corners on shit like this.
Yeah. GW, you don't need to cut corners. You got loads of money. Loads of fucking money.
Yeah.
Somehow you've lucked into it.
And you're gonna get caught. Like, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
It's so retarded. Hey, the human substitute ranker. I bumped into a girl and a girlfriend at a job interview on Tuesday. They fundamentally genuinely believe that they are still under infinite oppression under Christianity. They couldn't understand what I've been talking about by saying I'm against pride because this stuff has been shoved down my throat since I was born and I hate it. They thought I was making stuff up and there's no threat to them from Islam. Yep. No, absolutely.
Pride because it's fucking gay.
Well, it's like Islam as well. Like, they don't understand what Islam is. They've been told what Islam is by their own preachers, and their preachers are preaching love and tolerance, and everyone's the same, and there is no difference.
That is true. There is no difference. Love and tolerance, Arch.
There was okay. I want to play this little clip too. So I think this might be in German, but it's got subtitles.
All right.
Von einer 3 Meter.
Oh yeah. The subtitles on the screen for everyone.
Wurde hier beschrieben, wie Homosexuelle gesteinigt werden von einer 3 Meter hohen Mauer. Was denken Sie darüber?
Wenn Allah im Koran diese Sache beschreibt und sagt, wer
3 meter high wall.
Yeah.
That's not enough to kill someone.
Wow, a stone from a 3. Like, I like this because
Oh,
he begins.
right. I missed that. Sorry.
Yeah, describe how homosexuals are stoned from a 3 meter high wall. So even the interviewer isn't quite sure what the punishment is because they've thrown off like a cliff, basically.
Yeah.
And he's asking, like, okay, well, what do you feel about this?
Allah
I love the smirk on the Arab's
beschreibt und
face.
sagt,
Of
wer
course.
beispielsweise Leute beklaut, dass seine Hand abgeschnitten wird, dann stehen wir natürlich dahinter.
Of course, we stand behind it.
Das ist ganz klar.
That's clear. Obviously, we stand behind Allah's law. What part of this don't you understand, infidel? And the look on this guy's face, too, he's like, okay, how do I salvage this?
Dass Sie jetzt nicht sagen, dass das schrecklich wäre, dass dort irgendwie eine Mauer auf einen Homosexuellen runterfällt?
Ich finde dieses Runterfallen der Mauer nicht schlimmer als den elektrischen Stuhl in Amerika beispielsweise.
And I love it again. Because, right, the guy is like, all right, so how the fuck do I salvage this? Don't you think it's terrible to stone gays to death? And the Arab goes, well, I don't think it's any worse than the electrical chair. He completely just sweeps past the whole killing gays and is like, well, if we're debating how to do it humanely, I mean, I don't think this is worse than any other way, but I'm open to suggestions.
Ich finde dieses Runterfallen der Mauer nicht schlimmer als den elektrischen Stuhl in Amerika beispielsweise. Ja.
Aber in Amerika wird kein Schwuler fürs Schwulsein auf den elektrischen Stuhl gesetzt.
In Afghanistan wird auch nicht fürs Schwulsein auf den elektrischen Stuhl gesetzt.
I mean, that's true.
That's a fantastic response. Fucking checkmate, liberal.
Yeah.
They don't get the electric chair in Afghanistan either.
Eine Mauer runter.
Das glaube ich nicht, sondern im Islam wird man für eine Tat, unehelichen Geschlechtsverkehr, sei es Mann mit Mann, Frau mit Frau oder Mann mit Frau bestraft. Oder für das Fremdgehen.
Und Sie finden es gerechtfertigt, dass man für unehelichen Geschlechtsverkehr so bestraft wird?
Im Koran ist deutlich geschrieben, dass ein unverheirateter Mann und eine unverheiratete Frau, also nicht einer, der fremd geht, sondern der einfach unehelichen Geschlechtsverkehr macht, 100 Peitschenhiebe bekommt. Alles, was im Koran steht, stehe ich dahinter.
Yeah. And again, he's perfectly calm. He's just like, listen, infidel, I'm trying to explain to you if it's in the Quran, I believe it. What fucking part of this can't penetrate that thick skull of yours?
I mean, really, he's making a persuasive case for Islam here.
Yeah. And the liberal, who is like, well, religions are just made up. Nobody believes this. It's all nonsense. Like, well, I just can't understand. How can you think this?
Ich bin fassungslos. Zugleich ist es mir wichtig festzustellen, dass Leute wie Al-Assasi in der absoluten Minderheit sind.
It's like, I'm stunned that somebody could believe this, but I immediately retreat into my head canon where this isn't the majority opinion.
Yeah, Muslims don't really think like this. So
Yeah. He's sitting there opposite a Muslim, and he's asking him, like, so do you believe in the Quran? He goes, yes. Literally? Yes.
Yeah. I think it was literally the received word of God through the final seal of the prophets.
Yes. God informed me that this is how things are, and your incredulous disbelief, frankly, doesn't really change my opinion on that.
Yeah, and if anything, it just makes you look like a lunatic to him.
Yes.
But he's like, yeah, but what do you think? Well, I think it would just be nice if we all were nice to each other.
I mean, that's lovely, and we'll be all nice to each other, but God has told me that your kind needs to be fucking stoned to death, so...
Yeah, when you're not having degenerate, illegitimate sex according to the Quran,
yeah,
will be nice.
And you could just stop being gay.
I'd love if he said that.
And like there was during the whole little mega thread of this on Reddit where they were defending the Islamists. One particularly beautiful truth bomb was this one. The majority of practicing Muslims do not support LGBTQ plus causes.
By a long, long, long way.
Correct.
There was a 2013 Pew survey done of the Muslim world that found literally 99% of them thought homosexuality was bad.
Yeah. Well, there's no question. Like it's a sin.
It's literally in their books. It couldn't be more explicit. Like literally, I don't know how else you'd make it more explicit. Is the people of Lot must be put to death.
Yes. But yet again, as we've already said, like the liberal will then just reject this. They will literally just refuse to accept it. They'll just sit there with a shocked expression on their face and go, well, I'm just going to choose to not believe this.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Because like the liberals caught between a real rock and a hard place here, because essentially what they're showing us is actually a mandate to discriminate against Muslims from our standards. You know, like if literally every Muslim fucking believes this, therefore, why wouldn't we? If our standards are important to us, why would we not discriminate against them? But noticing so, oh no, not every Muslim thinks this. Well, because otherwise you're going to have to start discriminating, and that's the thing you don't want to do the most. You do not want to discriminate. It really, really makes you uncomfortable to think that some humans are this and some the other humans are that. It's like too bad, buddy. Too fucking bad.
Like, even taking their own more optimistic numbers, right? If you look at surveys from around the globe, you're talking 80% of Muslims are against LGBTQ rights. So, no, this guy isn't the minority. This guy is the overwhelming majority. He's 80% of Muslims.
He's a completely orthodox mainstream Muslim on this topic.
Yes.
Like, he could not have a more boring opinion in the Muslim world.
Yeah. Literally, his response is simply, is it in the book? Yes. Well, that's what I believe then.
Yeah. Like, it's so uncontroversial for that guy.
But again, like, they can't accept that. Because if they accept that, then the foreigners are evil. By their own definition, the foreigners are evil, and this guy doesn't want a cultural genocide against your people. He just actually wants to kill you. And you don't have to run through the loops in the minefield and try to figure out some way to justify this. You don't have to go like, well, you know, detransitioning is basically the same as genocide. No. He wants to get in a car and run over you and your friends, going thump, thump, thump against his hood. That's what he designs.
Yeah. While he screams Allahu Akbar.
Yes. It is very, very obvious.
Yeah, I mean, he's literally saying it and the other guy's doing it.
Yeah. And speaking of obvious, chat, today's like goal, 1,000 likes. We're at 674. Good job so far, chat. We're over halfway there. Remember,
not bad, but come on, chat.
Like the stream so that we can so that we can politicize this topic more.
Yeah. Yeah, like to politicize.
Yes. When they tell us to not use this as a cudgel, pick up that cudgel. Your like button is the cudgel.
Yeah, just click like.
Pick it up and wield it with intent, chat.
Yeah.
Sir?
Every like is a screaming progressive. No, please, no.
Sir?
Yes.
Every like is a smug Islamist smile as he goes, yes, I am going to throw you off the fucking roof. And the only question that is on the table is how I'm going to do it. If you insist on the electric chair, like, he can be talked into it.
Also, by the way, he thinks he's going to heaven when he does it.
Oh, of course.
He thinks God is going to reward him for killing you.
He's going to be praised.
Just FYI. Yeah. Like he's not going to have any guilt whatsoever.
No.
His guilt is in not doing it.
Oh God. This is exactly the kind of thing that would radicalize people. And I do have some hope, again, from the big Reddit thread. There are some people that are beginning to be a little bit more radicalized on this.
I'm not sure if I want to sacrifice my life so Ahmed can go to heaven.
Yes. And, this one is another one of my favorites. So, the usual rant goes like, well, you know, I have nothing against Muslims, blah, 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 blah. They're peaceful people. And this guy comes in,
What?
Don't you have nothing against Muslims? They hate you.
Also, they're peaceful people. Oh, fucking are they? Since when?
Since when?
Since when? 9/11?
I think that's probably, well, that would be generous considering the rest of the history.
Well, yeah, exactly. But like, we're just saying stuff, aren't we? We're just saying things.
Yes. And
things don't have to mean things.
That's why I love the response. Like, okay, well, you say you have nothing against the Muslims. Why do you have nothing against the Muslim? In fact, as a gay person, as a queer, as a diverse individual, they should be the group of people you have the most against.
Well, they're the most likely to kill you.
Yes. They're the ones most likely to aggress upon you, and if they were given even the slightest chance to determine your state of being in their new world, you wouldn't like it.
Yeah, you don't belong in their world, as far as they're concerned.
You do not. I really do hope that there'll be a bit more pushback against this. As there was even some people that started to realize, like, hold on, we can criticize white people, we can criticize Christianity all we want, but when it's a brown Islamist, we all have to shut up? What does that mean?
Means that you are lower on the totem pole than he is.
Yes. It means that this isn't about you being gay. Like, this is no longer an LGB issue. This is a T issue. This is a Q issue.
Yeah, this is it's an issue of hierarchy.
And more pressingly, one of doctrine and ideology. Because a lot of gay people still haven't figured out the part they're being sacrificed for the other parts of LGBTQ.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And some of them are slowly beginning to figure out, like, wait, so my sexuality can be sacrificed for diversity, correct? Because as Sargon mentioned, diversity is more important.
It's our strength.
It is our strength. And those Muslims are more diverse than you.
Way more diverse. You're
Way
white.
more diverse. Their religion is more diverse. Their skin color is more diverse. They're even more oppressed than you.
Their beliefs are more diverse, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you come from a privileged first world country. What do you have to complain about? That you're not allowed to use the women's bathroom? Wow.
That'd be a funny thing to throw back at their face. Hardly oppression, really. You're not living in Gaza, are you?
No. Come to think of it, you're pretty soft compared to these new gentlemen.
The new Germans.
New Germans. So shut up and take your punishment.
For the sake of diversity.
For the sake of diversity, we must not allow anyone to use this against the Muslims.
It's so fucking ridiculous. But it's like essentially what's happening. This is the stated position of like governments, nations.
Oh, absolutely. Like this, and this is the organic position of progressivism. Like,
yes.
They don't have to think about this. This isn't like something they have to argue over or deliver a thesis in the defense of. This is the baseline assumption of progressivism, to place the Islamists over the gays and the bis and the lesbians.
Can you imagine if the organizers of the Pride Parade that had been attacked had come out and said, look, we think there's a problem with Islam, guys?
Oh, they would have been dragged through the fucking streets.
They'd have been lynched, yeah.
Well, they would have been declared right-wingers immediately.
Yeah, absolutely. It would have been fucking over. There'd be pariahs out of their community. It would be hell on earth for them.
And that again is why throughout the entire statement they held, he keeps looking at his phone. Like this is a pre-made, pre-written statement, word for word. He cannot deviate. He cannot let any emotions come out.
Yep.
This must be measured and political, and it must be doctrinally correct.
Yeah, I definitely believe diversity is our strength.
Mm-hmm.
Or else everyone turns on me. All these white people will kill me.
Yep. All of my friends will throw me under the bus.
Oh, yeah.
I do really pray that there are some people on the left that are still sensible enough to finally look around at their supposed allies and wonder if they're not being sacrificed for a cause that they have no reason whatsoever to connect to, but...
I think there are. I think those people left long ago. They got driven out long ago. During the Great Awakening of like 2016 to 2020.
A lot of them, definitely, but... I suspect that there is still like a relative normie core on the left that have convinced themselves of the reality. Like they they're the people who just accept, right? They haven't read the theories, they haven't read any of that nonsense, they don't frequent the Reddits or anything. They do this for feel-good vibes, right? For the love bombing. And so obviously, when the love bombing turns into a literal bombing, some of them are going to raise their heads and question why this happened. And when they see their friends go like, oh, no, this is fine. This is normal.
This is the system working as intended.
Yeah. That's a great way of putting it. The system is working as intended. They'll look at you like you're the weird guy. Like, no, what do you mean? This is the point.
Yeah, a Muslim has killed a bunch of people, and now we say conservatives are bad.
Yes, the conservatives that did this. Remember, the Christians are just as bad.
We go out and lament that it wasn't a white Christian who did this.
Yeah, if only it was a white Christian, man, then we could use it as a cudgel.
Yeah, but until then, sorry, you just got to sit down and take it.
Yeah, and don't you dare politicize it. Why would you politicize this?
That's what the evil right-wingers do.
Yeah. We only politicize the good stuff.
Yeah, things that right-wingers don't do. We ascribe them to them anyway. It doesn't even matter. We don't need a right-winger to have done it. Like, we just say the right-wingers do it.
I fucking hate this idea as well. Like the don't politicize. Like, it's...
Nah, everything's political.
Everything is political. I've been taught this. I've accepted
you made it political. Well, just a quick thing on that, right? So, for what are the requirements for something to become political? It's literally that someone politicizes it. So it's actually very, very easy to make literally anything political if you yourself just want to politicize it. And I'm at the point where I'm like, yeah, I do want to politicize it, actually. Fuck you.
Yep. I feel like this is worthy of politicization. I feel like it imparts some sort of message upon people.
Yeah. maybe you shouldn't have started this whole politicization in the beginning. But it's too late for that now. Way too late. Way too late. So get fucked.
And I'll tell you as well, this has been a week for radicalization of the normie populace. As a slight deviation, we also had the Fauci trial.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Didn't he plead the fifth a lot?
Well, according to CNN, Fauci takes the fifth more than 100 times.
So for anyone who doesn't know, the Fifth Amendment is there so you don't incriminate yourself?
Yes. So I talked about this on Side Scrolls, where basically the intent of the Fifth Amendment was in the understanding that we were a civilized, gentlemanly society, where everyone would engage with the state and the system in a spirit of good faith. And so, if you're not sure about the charges levied against you, if you're sure they're false, and you're not sure what evidence the police may have found that may be incorrect, the correct answer, when you're not sure, is to say nothing, because, as it said in your rights, anything you say can and will be used against you. That is the intent of the Fifth Amendment, so that you do not accidentally incriminate yourself by responding to an allegation that you're not sure about.
But when it comes to Fauci...
when it comes to Fauci, it's yeah, I did that, but...
yeah. It is incriminating for him to plead the fifth.
Yes. And this, I swear to God, this must be such a radicalizing moment for the normies, because the normies know he did all this shit. The evidence is overwhelming.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll see. I mean, can the normies be taught?
The thing as well is he has immunity. Now, there are some niceties here to be discussed. So he has immunity, I believe, on the federal level, which means technically they could still get him for something within state mandate. So he's not completely...
Al Capone him.
Yeah, so he's not
completely... Al Capone him. He didn't pay his taxes. Get him!
And that's why he's pleading the fifth, because he's afraid that somebody might get him on a state charge.
Yeah.
But additionally as well, even if he had immunity is a legal thing. If he exposes the people he could expose, he's not afraid of a legal punishment.
yeah, absolutely not. Yeah. There's this weird thing that a bunch of fucking scientists have been murdered recently. Have you seen this?
I have. I've heard something about it, yes.
Yeah, Bob Gimlin did a video about it, and it was just this is fucking weird. What? Why are a bunch of I can't remember what they were working on now. UFO related scientists, basically, your weird, sci-fi tech scientists getting murdered. It's what?
Yeah, nuclear and space program. So there's here we go. There's 12 scientists who have all died or gone missing, just coincidentally at the same time.
Yeah, it's and nothing to say about this. Is this normal? Is it just all right? Okay,
it happens.
Yeah, just scientists going missing.
Yep.
They just have to be leading experts in the cutting edge of science in these esoteric fields.
Yep.
Nothing to see here.
And this is why, even if Fauci was plagued by his conscience, which he isn't, by the way,
yeah, of course not.
He's not in the slightest, but
no.
He can't betray these people. The legal consequences. Okay, so they'll hold him in contempt, of course, because technically he's not allowed to plead the fifth when he has an immunity on charges of national security, which this obviously is. So what are they going to do? They're going to hold him in contempt of court. They're going to slap him on the wrist. Let me see. What is the worst thing they can do for contempt of court?
There's going to be some sort of fine, isn't there?
Let's see. Contempt of court in the US.
There's doubts there's going to be a jail sentence attached to it.
In limited 6 months. 6 months.
Would you rather spend 6 months in jail or get murdered?
Okay, so normally contempt of court gets you a fine and maybe a few days of jail time. Technically, theoretically, they could hold you in jail for up to 6 months, which is the maximum punishment. But again, so the fuck what? Okay, so the worst punishment Anthony Fauci could possibly face for just ignoring the entire judicial apparatus of the United States is 6 months in jail.
Yeah.
Compared to what's going to happen to him if he starts talking about who was pulling his strings, about who's actually responsible for COVID and the blowout behind it.
Yeah.
Like, 6 months in jail, and you can guarantee as well, it's going to be some cushy, minimal security fucking place.
Like, he and Peter Daszak funded COVID development in a Chinese lab. Who the fuck is, there is no way he thinks that he's going to be walking away if he gets, if he sides it over to the establishment of the government over this. Someone will kill him.
Yes. Like, he's lucky if he's merely just murdered at that point.
Yeah.
And he knows that. So in this reality, in this situation, this man has no fear of the US judicial system. The US state is utterly harmless to him. The worst thing he can do is make him mildly uncomfortable for 6 months.
Yeah.
Whereas the real power, he's just going to disappear. He's just going to fucking go away one day, or a plane is going to crash, or his car is going to have a fucking malfunction.
Yeah.
Or he's just going to kill himself as the cameras cut out in his prison cell.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's get himself Epstein. That's exactly right.
And so, of course, and he doesn't give a fuck about his reputation either. His net worth is $15 million.
Oh, nice. How
And
do you
I'm
earn that
sure,
money?
he will be given stock tips from individuals the rest of his life. He has no worries. He's old as well. He doesn't give a fuck. Like, there's nothing you can do to him. He doesn't give a care about his reputation. He doesn't care about anything. He's just going to skate by right now.
Well, the thing is, Fauci will always have this, core group of admirers, right? Who looked to him as some sort of savior and guide during COVID. Because he was like the media man for the establishment during COVID. So he'll always have these fans, he'll always have Stephen Colbert will always have him on his show, and his audience will always clap like fucking seals for Dr. Fauci.
And the one thing I hope that comes out of this is, again, I hope this will radicalize some normies, because I think this is the clearest case we've seen in fucking knows how long of the fact that people like him cannot be punished. There is no legal recourse against Fauci.
Yeah, if Trump's Republican administration can do nothing about Fauci.
Yeah. Literally, the only thing they could do, they could revoke his immunity, but even then, what happens? They'd have to do a whole little court proceeding, which is going to take way more than the 3 years Trump has left in office.
Yep.
Because they're just going to drag it out, because they know the next administration that comes in is going to stop it.
Yep.
There's nothing you can do to punish this guy. He got away with the crime the moment it happened.
And the thing is, I can't help but feel this had all been organized in advance, right? So they knew what they were doing.
Either that or... So there was a poignant tweet I saw a few days ago which asked why nobody had made a movie about COVID.
Yeah, that was Dan, because me and Dan have been talking about it in the office.
Mm.
It's like you would have thought that the establishment would be making pro-COVID movies, like sort of like a World War Z style movie, where like the heroes are like international scientists or something. But no, absolutely nothing.
Nothing. And they would have, because this would, I mean, it's a world-spanning pandemic. There would absolutely be tales of bravery, of heroism, of going to work against the odds, etc., etc.
TikTok dances.
Yes. Nothing.
Yeah.
The only way that could be true is if they know that this didn't work, that this wasn't popular, nobody bought it. Everybody kind of beginning to suspect now that this probably wasn't honestly done on any level.
Yeah. And it looks like they want to essentially memory hole it from the public consciousness.
Yes, just forget about it. Move on. As if years of lockdown just never happened.
Yeah.
They want you to forget that the government has the power to just stop civilization whenever it wants.
Yeah.
Weak for radicalization, this. To the point that I'm kind of wondering what else has happened that we've missed. Like, what is being covered up right now?
Yeah, I'm like notice how the US government is constantly be throwing out, let's have UFO disclosure, guys. Here's like a UFO or whatever. And no one gives a shit. No one believes it. No one believes that they would give us anything real.
Yeah.
It's just there's been zero impact from whatever. I've seen like clips going around, like, they'll publish a clip and just nobody's like, oh wow. Everyone's like, yeah, whatever, bollocks.
Yeah, nobody believes that shit anymore.
Yeah.
So they've clearly got to move on to something else to cover up nonsense, and who knows? I look at the entire Fauci thing, and I just kind of shrug. Like, okay, he's getting off scot-free, and people are shocked by this. Which I don't. Maybe I just got so incredibly jaded that I don't react to that anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I never thought there'd be any comeuppance for Fauci.
No, there couldn't be. There can't
or Daszak
be.
Or any of the rest of them. Yeah, it was never on the cards.
Because listen, if you start threatening this guy with consequences, actual consequences, he might be tempted to take some sort of deal or rat on somebody.
Yeah, nothing is going to happen.
That definitely can't be allowed to happen. Fun and games all around.
Yeah. Systems within systems.
Systems within systems. All seeming to work against your best interests.
Yeah, by the way, they're all trying to destroy you.
Right. Let me do some super chats then. We're at 867, 70 likes, chat.
Chat.
On the 230 way.
That
Come
is
on.
Not nearly politicizing an unfavorable tragedy to the left enough.
That is true. He must double down on the politicization of this tragedy with greater aggression.
Yes.
Oh, and I see Chad mentioned there too. Technically, the pardon waived his Fifth Amendment. Correct. So that's one other thing. You can't actually do this. You don't have the right anymore to do this. But again,
to do what? Sorry?
Or to take the Fifth, to plead the Fifth.
Oh, really?
Yes. Once you've been pardoned, then on a matter of national security like this, you're not actually allowed to stay silent. But again, what are they going to do? They're not going to do anything. They can't do anything. The worst that's going to happen is that he sits in his seat and they're going to be a little mean to him and they're going to farm him for some sound clips that are going to look great. And then they're going to let him get up and walk out of the building, and that's it.
Yeah.
That is it. That is all. Yeah. Chat says lazy one there. They told him that to his face. He kept pleading the Fifth. Correct. Like okay. There's something again. I've been thinking more and more about the legal system of the Western world. And again, it's fundamentally all based on the assumption that we are a gentleman's society where shame
guarantees
will be
citizenship.
effective, where you can't just do this. You can't just refuse to listen to the people prosecuting you. You can't do that. And, well, you can.
You can
Nothing's
if you
stopping
occupy
you.
a certain strata of society.
Yeah. You absolutely can just sit there and refuse to participate in the fucking process. Oh, actually, there was another... Oh, yeah, there we go. I was reminded of this all of a sudden. So do you remember during the World Cup, there was a Congolese migrant who beat a Swedish police officer to death?
No.
Oh, you didn't hear about this?
No.
Right.
Jesus.
Swedish.
Well, I mean,
off-duty
maybe I
police
did. I
officer.
can't remember. Just but the thing is, right? People have got to remember, every day is a new fucking suite of horrors.
It's
Every
true.
fucking day. I think I may have heard about this actually.
Uh-huh. So he beat him to death with his bare fucking hands. And the prosecution, the people who are supposed to be seeking justice in the name of the victim, has decided to ask for 8 to 10 months in prison.
Well, Arch, they're seeking social justice.
Yes, that's what they're doing. So, again, Fauci, the worst possible consequence he could conceivably face is 6 months in jail for flaunting the entirety of the US legal apparatus, for ignoring every crime he's committed, and skating by free for billions of dollars in US taxes and damages and lives. Meanwhile, you beat a Swedish police officer to death with your bare hands, and you're the correct color. That's 2 months more in jail. I don't know who's getting off easiest, honestly.
A strange world.
It is. And again, like, what I find crazy too is, like, if it was the court who sentenced him to 8 to 10 months in jail, I'd be like, yep, no, that's just the legal apparatus. It doesn't work. The judges are all activists. But no, this is the prosecution. These are the people who are supposed to be pushing for the greatest punishment, for justice, for the victim. And they're like, shrugged. 8 to 10 months, maybe? I don't know.
Mad.
It's fucking insane. 10 months for murder. Jesus Christ. And previous convictions, by the way. This isn't even the first time. He's got a record of violence too, but who gives a fuck, I guess. It's not particularly relevant. Right. Super chat time. So Dr. Doppelganger, any native population can make the lives of foreigners so difficult as to be untenable. You can even do this legally in the US. Migrants and traitors hate this one simple trick. I saw this. Have you seen on Twitter the yeet shaker?
What, sorry?
The yeet shaker.
No.
So, the yeet shaker was an invention that went viral a few years ago, and that I picked up on later, where a guy was living in an apartment building, and there were a lot of Indians living in that same building.
Oh, the Jeet shaker.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
And they were, cooking their food and burning their incense and being stinky, as per usual. So he invented this machine that vibrates a pair of dumbbells through the floor for precisely 9 minutes every 61 minutes of the day, which is the legal requirements.
The legal maximum, yeah.
Yes, legal maximum.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, I mean, can't say that Western man isn't innovative.
That's true.
We've still got it.
There do exist recourses. There are options, even in this world of ours.
You got 9 minutes. 9 minutes, you say? I can do a lot with 9 minutes.
Lucas Stewart, hope everyone has a great day. I thought I sent these early as your live stream will listen at about 4 a.m. in the morning. By the time I get up, I would have been about 2 hours late. Well, thank you for your donation, sir, and I hope you have a good day too.
Chat, click like.
That's right. We are now 90 likes away. The last little rally,
Come
chat.
on, chat. What's going on?
Last
You're
little
not
rally.
nearly politicizing this hard enough.
Sensible
Muslim.
Center. 3 women dead in a dinghy yesterday. Well done, NGOs.
No. There's more to this though, right? So, obviously we've got the dinghies coming, the small boats coming across the channel still forever. No matter how much we pay the French, no matter what the government says, this is like an immutable law of nature now. And 3 women arrived yesterday in a dinghy, dead. And the government was like, "Oh, all 3 of them had a heart attack." Mediterranean
rescuers found 3 young sisters dead on an overcrowded migrant boat from heart attacks.
All 3 of them at their age. Yeah. Just all 3 of them. Just wow, that's terrible news. Were they vaccinated? Sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but like, obviously, that's not the case. No one believes it. Come on.
Yeah, I think I can think of other things that might overstress 3 young women on a boat sinking in the dark, surrounded by men with nothing left to live for, and
nothing else to do.
Yeah, and a bit of a more African morality towards the female form.
You've seen that Ross Kemp interviewing the Africans about rape?
I did. I don't remember exactly what they said, but I remember it.
Oh yeah, just his fucking face.
Guarantees citizenship.
So, but don't you think it might be bad? So yeah, sometimes we get STDs.
Yes, sometimes it hurts us.
Yeah, we worried that she'll be pregnant. It's like, oh my god, just fucking hell. That's these like Ross Kemp's face as well. It's just, oh Jesus. So, and Ross Kemp is still not a racist.
Oh yeah, here's a clip. Actually, I don't think we played this before. Chat, prepare yourself. This is quite beautiful.
Guys, let's go.
Some of them, they're not screaming. It's like they wanted to be raped, you see.
Yeah.
She also grabs you, you see, no
It's
more
like
crying.
she's enjoying it, you know, even though she isn't, but it's like she's enjoying it.
Do you think it's right? Do you think it's right to rape?
Yeah, it's wrong. Yeah, it's
it's wrong.
Wrong.
What about the consequences of what you're doing in terms of how that affects the person that's raped?
Yeah, the consequences, we look at that all the time, you know, because it happens, she might scream, you know, people might wake up.
Yeah, and with terrible consequences.
And that is true. Like, seriously, rape victims have no chill. They might scream and alert the neighborhood.
That'd be bad, wouldn't it?
It would. Like, people might come out, start asking questions, bothering you.
Yeah, her fucking dad or brothers might come out or something.
Oh, God, that would be the worst. They might start attacking you for this or something.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be
Get
terrible.
your head kicked in. Fucking hell. Gotta watch out.
Oh, hello, Nianus. You've come at a good time.
I love Ross Kemp's face here. I love his fucking face. It's like, right, am I dealing with like real human beings here? Well, I don't know, Ross.
A lot of people,
I'm not just talking about, I'm talking about the emotional effect, the physical effect it has on the girl.
Yeah. Sometimes we know that we might rape her and wake up tomorrow with viruses ourselves, like HIV, you know.
His fucking eyes are so wide.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I'm talking about the physical effects on the woman being raped. Like, sometimes I might get a virus. You know, my dick might get boils on it from these filthy whores I'm raping. That's tough, man. It's fucking tough.
Isn't this is him in South Africa, isn't it? Yeah. You know, I'm doing a video on Irania at the moment, and so I was looking up, you know, what's the murder rate in South Africa, right? Between January and March this year, 3 months, there were 5,000 murders registered by the police.
Nice.
5,000 in 3 months. Fucking hell. Like, there's probably fewer murders in Mad Max.
Yeah, but have you considered that at least apartheid isn't in power anymore?
Yes, well, that is the main argument that people make against Irania. It's like 5,000 murders in 3 months.
But at least they're not
5,000.
racist.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's insane. It's a mad country, genuinely mad country.
What about regretting what you've done to the girl?
I also do regret about it, because if she fell pregnant, what will be that baby's father? Who will be that baby's father?
Need to laugh.
What about her personal feelings?
She has feelings?
Yeah, they literally can't comprehend what you're trying to say to them, Ross.
Like, this really is, okay, this is, unironically, is why when the first European explorers came to Africa, they were like, are these humans?
Just, I mean, like, why would you allow immigration from this sort of country?
It's like 3 men look at him like he's fucking weird. He looks back at them like, what?
Yeah, exactly. They're looking at him like he's a fucking lunatic.
Yeah. But again, this is exactly the same as the interview we saw previously with the progressive and the Arab, who Arab is just trying to explain to him, no, if it says that in the Quran, that's what I believe.
But the thing is, the Arab's book of rules, right, or at least a book of rules, right?
Mm-hmm.
As in, Islam, obviously I'm not a fan of Islam, but like, it's not just out and out savagery. It's not just barbarism.
That's true. It's highly structured barbarism.
Yeah, but it's for a reason, right? It's got a purpose behind it. It's like, no. I want you to live in a particular way, says Muhammad from the 7th century. It's like, okay, well, fine. That at least is it's a set of rules. I don't agree with the rules, but at least it's a set of rules that they're living by. But these guys are just like, savage is just the only word I can think of to describe them.
Yes. Well, they lack the basic human empathy. Like, again, he's trying so hard. He's reformulated the question 3 times. Don't you feel bad about the girl? And they're not picking up on it. It's not translating.
Yeah, they don't have a feeling that they can map these words to.
Yeah. And it's like they don't view the person as another person. So like, okay, there's a girl, you raped her in an alley. Okay. That wasn't a person. That was just, it's a thing you do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it literally is like, don't you feel bad about drawing all over this piece of paper?
Yeah.
The piece of paper isn't white anymore. It's all squiggly now. It's like, well, yeah, I mean, sometimes my drawing won't be perfect, like, no. The feelings of the paper, don't you understand? It's like, no, of course I don't fucking understand.
Paper
is to be drawn on. That's literally what these guys are thinking, but with women.
Another day, another lesson. So, yeah, 3 women, young women in a dinghy, died of heart attack. Blind Stone, thank you for your donation, sir. Remember to scold
on the plus side, we're going to give the guys who had to bear witness to this horrific tragedy loads of money and a place to stay.
Remember to scold Sargon for not mentioning you until I made a large super chat to Drinker, and for not mentioning that you have a superior lore channel to Luton, which Drinker said he listens to.
I did mention it though. Things you can't just like blurt it out, Have some decorum.
I don't know if I believe you over chat.
Chat, you haven't liked the stream enough to be able to fucking override me on this.
Haven't they? Oh, no, they haven't. They're 983. They're still 16 likes away from overriding Sargon.
The answer.
Told you.
Johnson Smith, the left's greatest evil, simply that it can't understand that it projects its evil onto us and then use our morals to attack us. And then they're shocked when they get what they projected onto us. Well, again, like, the thing is, you've got to understand, the point of progressivism is to destroy society. That is the stated goal. That is the intent. And
Correct.
so this is obviously what they're going to do. Terrorist attacks? Good. That's according to plan. Mass immigration of violent rapists? Good. That is according to plan. Again, like...
Well, it definitely destroys society.
Yeah.
It's definitely working.
It's literally invented by people who hate current society, who thinks it evil, who needs it to disappear and burn so that they can replace it with their society. That is the entire point and purpose of progressivism.
Yes. And fundamentally, it comes down to the fact that they view society, and ultimately that means white people, as the source of inequality in the world.
Yes, and inequality is the ultimate evil. There is no greater evil.
Yep. What it's all about.
Oh, did you see, by the way, the rules on the guy who's going to be writing the 40K TV series?
Right, yeah, I saw a video talking about this, but I don't know whether I can believe what I saw in the video. Because honestly, it's the sort of thing I'd have been wishing for, and I'm very cynical these days.
So the guy, Mike Flanagan, is a literal communist.
Oh, it's not that guy who put me in his book, is it?
No, it's not that guy. This is the guy who stated in previous
I could
interviews
have
that
made it into the TV show.
Yep, TV show.
No, but I'm gutted it wasn't that guy. What was the name of the guy who put me in his book?
Don't remember.
I'm sure it's that guy.
No, Mike
Is he
Flanagan.
bald with a punk haircut?
No, that's not a guy.
Okay. It was that guy.
Because Mike Flanagan is a horror writer.
Oh, okay.
Which could work in 40K, but he has made several interviews that he wants to be political. He wishes he was political earlier. He can't stay silent. He had a statement, which was that he likes to write horror around the Lovecraftian horror of late-stage capitalism.
Oh, fuck off.
So, no, he's a literal, straight-on, full-up communist, and he's going to be writing the 40K television series.
Henry Cavill had better fucking demolish him.
I don't even think Henry Cavill's fucking involved anymore. I think he's on a mailing list.
I saw a video saying he was an executive producer. I'm choosing to believe, Arch.
Choosing to believe. In 4 years' time, when the trailer is released, and it's nothing but fucking hammers and sickles, I'm going to remind you of this.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, probably. I'm not... Look, right. I have no faith in anything they produce, right? I would just like this to be good.
Valimir, it is that time of the year again. Russian KH-101 flew 100 kilometers into Poland and impacted a field at 5 a.m., making craters 10mm wides, 5m deep. Deep, fund of Archer's choice. And Poland will do nothing.
Well, I mean, of all the European countries, Poland's the most likely to do something.
Yeah, but they literally can't do anything. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Because if they do anything, that's war with Russia, and they don't actually want war with Russia, because it's going to cause all kinds of problems.
Yeah, true.
So Ukraine is just going to continue existing as a large open-air weapons development facility for all of Europe.
Yeah.
As we test out our new drones over there.
Yeah, but just think how advanced drone warfare is getting, Arch.
That's true. We're making leaps and strides in that field.
Yeah.
Kazan Kazmiri, good afternoon from Colorado. Gents, recently completed a 3,600 miles, 6,000 kilometers solo road trip across 9 states in the western US. I can confirm that I saw no evidence of cannibal tribes, only meth heads.
But did you see Bigfoot?
And did you confirm that the meth heads weren't also cannibals?
Yeah, you don't know that.
You don't know that. You didn't check. Oh, God. Okay, so this is a complete a derail of the wildest sort, but
service guarantees citizenship.
there was once this porn star.
Okay. I imagine there were a few porn stars, to be honest.
Yes, there have been a few. But very popular in like the 90s or something. Fuck, what's her name? Okay, here we go. So there was this porn star, Faye Reagan, redhead. And she got famous for doing porn with her boyfriend, who talked her into it.
Okay.
And they had a very successful little career. They became very, very popular, earned loads of money, loads of starring roles, etc. You know, great life as far as porn stars go.
Okay, yeah.
But, however, her brother and boyfriend, I think it was her brother, they went on a trip into the forest, like just a regular camping trip, disappeared off the face of the earth, never seen, no remnants found, nothing, just gone.
Right.
This was a random factoid I learned on the internet, just like, and apparently it devastated her, obviously, and in all due likelihood, these two people fell foul of something really fucking horrifying out there, because...
Bigfoot.
Yeah, probably Bigfoot, yep. Or cannibal meth heads, that's my favorite idea, anyways.
Yeah, could be.
So there you go, chat. You know, you could have a really hot redhead girlfriend and talk her into doing porn with you and earn millions of dollars. But if you do, there will be repercussions. You'll be kidnapped by... Yeah, you'll be kidnapped by cannibal Bigfoot, who drags you away to feed you to his meth heads. So
cannibal prude Bigfoot, who doesn't approve of that sort of lifestyle.
Yep. So that was the whole thing. A random factoid I learned on the internet.
Yeah, I'd never heard of that before.
There's apparently a lot of people in America that just go into the wilderness and just go poof.
Dude, I've watched so many videos of like disappearances in national parks that I'm convinced that there is an army of Bigfoots kidnapping people.
Yeah, because it's weird. This doesn't really happen in Europe.
No.
Like, okay, so obviously Europe is, geographically smaller than the US, particularly when it comes to the wildlife areas, because we don't have like fucking billion-mile wide national parks.
Yeah.
But like people don't really get lost in the forest here, and if they do, we find them. Yeah.
It's very, very rare that someone just goes missing.
Yes, it's extraordinarily rare.
Yeah, but it's insanely common in America. It's like
Yeah. Also, in America, people just fucking go missing all the time. You know, you leave your fucking backyard. It's anybody's guess if you're going to come back home again.
Yeah. Continent full of fucking Wendigos, man.
Yep, no doubt. Fucking Wendigos. I love the Wendigo. It's such a cool idea.
It is, but like, fucking hell.
Nonny on Kick. I love it, Arch. This savage is being interviewed, and all I hear in my head is Romanians singing their savages, barely even human.
That's all you can see. You can see in Ross Kemp's eyes. Like,
yes.
Should I be killing these men?
There's a moment where his eyes like just shoot up extra wide, and then he controls himself like, no, professional.
Don't let them notice that I think they're mental.
Yep, I'm a professional anthropologist. I need to observe the wildlife in their natural habitat.
That's exactly what it is.
The Sir Ian 75 question: why does it feel like with all these attacks they feel like a sacrifice to their god with the people they kill, almost like pagan sacrifices? Well,
it is pagan sacrifice. That's why.
It's the fact that there's no outrage. It's just it happened. It was a thing. It was like a natural event. They can't really talk about it. They can't lay blame. It was an outside force that required this.
Yeah. But this is part of the plan.
Yes. But for you, it seems like a pagan sacrifice. For you, this is an inexplainable happenstance. For them, this is just doctrine. This is what isn't supposed. This is supposed to happen. This is the intent. This is the goal.
And also, they've got a whole system worked out to cope with it as well. So, no, we can't look back in anger. We can't let hatred win. We'll all come together and sing Kumbaya. So, okay.
And besides,
rather
the white
not-
Christians are just as bad.
Yeah. Actually, it's a right winger. Actually, it's like, well, I just would rather not have to fucking not look back at anger. I'd just rather nobody was getting killed, actually.
Jonathan Smith, to the leftists aligned with oppressed groups that are ideologically against them, isn't it a paradox? Because they think the only reason they're against them is because of capitalism and tradition. Well,
it's not a paradox. That's just delusion.
Yes, it's literally is delusion, because they haven't thought about this. Like, the Islamists aren't lying about it. There's no Islamist trick going on here to trick the progressives to be on their side. They pick up their banners on their own.
Yeah. If anything, the Muslims have been refreshingly honest about a lot of stuff in all this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a normal person can have a conversation with that, like, Muslim and be like, yeah, that's what they believe. Like, it doesn't have to be like the German leftists who's just like, oh my God, I cannot believe what I'm hearing. Like, a normal person doesn't think that. They say, right, yeah, well, yeah. I know what a Muslim is.
No. They've told me multiple times.
Yeah. I've read their book.
And
it's all in there, like, it's no fucking secret.
Congratulations, chat. We crossed the 1,000 likes. Good job, chat. Good boys.
Well done, you bigots.
Well done, bigots. We are politicizing this. We are politicizing this very effectively.
Yes. Not bad.
Not bad at all. I shall add that as a bonus to one of the funds. Flint49, greetings to you, fine gentlemen. Have you seen the new LGBT acronym Canada has started using?
No, what is it?
LGBT acronym in Canada. Oh my God.
Okay, what is it?
MMI-WG2SLGBTQIA+.
Who the fuck can remember that? What's it stand for?
I don't fucking know.
Look it up.
Gazan said that no money had been provided for the ongoing agenda for MMI. The length of the acronym was prone to scrutiny and massive response. You don't say. Stands for Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women, Girls, and Two Spirits. Lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, questioning, intersex, and asexual people.
Right, so it's an anti-Bigfoot slogan. And ironically, this is like women going missing in the woods. So there's an issue in Canada, which is Native women, Indian women, go missing because of Indian men.
That would be the natural explanation for it, yes.
Yeah, a lot of it's proximity, that sort of thing, and also just different culture. Yeah, but also different culture, and it's hard for them to generate any real outrage on it because it's they're in a double bind. It's like, well, we can't blame a right winger, and also we'd be attacking the progressive coalition.
Mm-hmm.
So they've got to kind of like helplessly go, well, Native women are really getting abused or are going missing. I was like, okay, should we do something about it? No, that'd be racist.
Yep. And it's just like women are being attacked, and they're doing this because they're hoping that some outsider will look at it and go like, must be white people somehow.
Yeah, they're looking desperately for a way to pin on white people, but of course there's just no way to do that.
Talon Hayabusas, been a member for 28 months. Thank you very much, sir. It feels like they want to show how virtuous they are, that they're willing to support people who would end them because they are that good. That is definitely a part of it, and also it's just like, this is fundamental to their religion. If they start rejecting this, it starts collapsing. All of it collapses. Their entire support for foreigners collapses.
Yeah, they can't start attacking their own coalition, basically.
Darnago Bear, the reported number is 80k. So 80k people, crossing the border into Spain?
Fucking hell.
I can believe it, seeing the fucking throngs of people from the videos.
Well, Yeah, we saw the videos, so yeah, it's not that even sounds unrealistic, but just fucking hell.
Marine Alva, have you seen the latest Halo character from Halo Studios? Lieutenant Williams of ODST. Spartan Palmer is no longer the most despised character. I did see that.
I have not, but I'm not a Halo guy.
It's just another fucking strong girl boss character who shits on the main character. As per usual.
Well, there we go.
Tick tick boom. If Islam takes over, we just have to grow out our beards, build some stills, and buy some wives. They get thrown off the nearest roof, yet we're the ones fighting to keep the goat molesters out. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I've said this many a time, right? If Islam takes over, I am just going to convert. Like, fuck it. What have I got to lose? Like, if they're going to take away everything about my culture and my heritage, okay, fine. Okay, I'll adopt Islam. I'm getting 4 wives, and I'm going to become an Islamic enforcer. I'm going to go around making sure that everything is Islamically orthodox.
And the next time I see a woman in colourful hair, I'm going to go up and slap her.
Well, I'll have some sort of flogging device, I'm sure.
Flogging device. I don't know. Did Muhammad intend for us to use devices? Are our hands not good enough?
I don't know. I'll have to go and check the Quran, actually.
I will cite Starship Troopers on this one. The reason why the instructors use batons is because it's more dignified when they strike the recruits. I don't know if that's something we want to introduce to Islam.
Buttery butt.
Well, I'm sure they've got their own. They've been doing this for over 1,000 years, man. I'm sure they've worked out a system.
Mm-hmm. Maybe just a sock filled with rocks.
No, I'm sure they've got a system.
Rubber legs, watching the border videos, creatures, all of them. It really does bring to mind just a fucking zombie invasion. It does.
Mm.
But the zombies would probably be cheaper because you don't have to feed and house those. The DJ Foy, the Moorish invasion of Spain, was with less men, and they were invited in back then too. Governments refused to learn. The return of El Cid is needed. MacLeod, before Spain mandates native brides to all these doctors and engineers. That's true. It's a lot of fucking doctors and engineers.
Mm.
And all of the beginning of their careers too, where they can offer the maximum benefit to society. Marine Alva, speaking of immigration, sorry, Bart, you're going to have to keep the Tran over in your country. We don't want him back. The Social Security Administration is hard at work figuring how to turn their pyramid scheme into a tontine. Tanner Hamilton, we're so far beyond any peaceful solution. The opportunity for peace expired 10 years ago. I don't know about that. John Cleese, so I don't know if this is true, but John Cleese endorsed Rupert Lowe?
Oh, yeah. He's been endorsing him for a while, actually. He's just becoming more vocal on social media over the past week or so. Which is good.
That's very good, yes. John Cleese is still a big name in Britain.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's got 6 million Twitter followers, like he's John Cleese, for fuck's sake.
All we need now is for Jeremy Clarkson to get over his fucking Brexit boo-boo.
Oh, I know. Just shut up, Jeremy. Come on.
It's because he was one of the privileged elites. He loved traveling. He had all of the benefits, and he's like, I can't go to Europe as easily anymore. I have to bring a passport to the airport. Oh no!
Mm. Yeah, when I'm going to Le Mans or something, it's like, all right.
Yes,
all right.
I'll be mildly inconvenienced.
Don't you have a fucking private jet, Jeremy?
Yorozua just came to say hello. Well, hello to you too. Skakito, literal definition of Sudoku empathy. Yes. Mrs. Wizard Frenzy, no one, even an act of God, isn't neutral to these people. If it was an act of God that crashed their parade, they'd scheme about climate change. That's actually a good point. Yes, that's a fantastic point. They would blame it on climate change. I mean, God, I've seen this. I've literally seen this many times now where they claim that climate change is Western made and affecting Africa, solely Africa. Tanushi, the limp-wristed self-flagellation can't even be called empathy. Empathy implies being able to comprehend how others think. These people don't.
Just a quick thing on the climate change. We've had a really nice summer so far. And all the left is just, oh my God, it's climate change, it's climate change. It's like, what, it's climate change for it to be about 26 degrees and clear skies every day? Huh.
Yeah, we've got a couple
I'm
days
weirdly in favor of that.
where it's been a bit too hot, but it's like, okay, it's mildly uncomfortable for like 4 or 5 days in total.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, look, man, I remember the past 8 fucking months over the winter when it was cold and miserable and my fingers, were cold all day. And it's like, no, I'm up for a little bit of heat, actually. I'm up for it. I feel like I'm on holiday.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Bass player, the ship hasn't just sailed, it's circumnavigated the globe and has come back with a bunch of Muslims. It's true. MJ Bull, the parade organizers rejects ideologies. Pride is an ideology. You can argue whether it is a good one, but it is one. Well, again, that's the thing. To these people, their politics aren't politics. They're just being normal.
Remember as well, he said he rejects hateful extremist ideologies.
Mm-hmm.
Our ideology is not hateful or extremist, and therefore it's fine.
Our ideology is perfect and pure.
Yeah.
Bass player, life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Chicken Door, if the terrorist attack didn't cause fear, does the jihadis go to heaven? That's a good question. I mean, he made them pick up his flag, but they didn't do it for the reasons he wanted them to.
Well, I think he's supposed to actually kill them as well.
Well, he got one, so.
Yeah, so yeah, I think he does. By the standard of the jihadis.
Carson Kazmiri saying diversity is essential to our democracy is a massive self-report when you understand that what is being said is diluting the demos itself is essential for us maintaining our power. Well, yes.
Yeah. Diversity is our strength. It's the battle cry of the system itself.
Yes. Again, they don't care about democracy. Democracy is evil. Democracy is only good because it facilitates their outcomes. And if it doesn't, then it's wrong.
Yeah, and we saw this with Brexit.
Mm-hmm.
Democracy, that's fucking terrible. Look what it's done. It's made us leave the European Union.
Marine Alva, Psyops Anime does AI videos. Latest one had immigration officials stamp the cover of the passport. Mr. Spency, I can imagine them seeing their flags being used by the gays in defense of them, like seeing the horde of unclean marching towards them as they chant "One of Us."
Yeah, they must genuinely think that the left is fucking bonkers. Just the Westerners generally.
I genuinely think there'll just be some moral revulsion there. I think that's a good point.
Yeah.
They must view the gays picking up their flags as sacrilegious to the flag.
Yeah, but also they must. Definitely looks at it like sacrilegious, but they must also just look at us like we're mad. I just like, okay, you don't. Anyway, I mean, we are mad, so they're not wrong.
Yeah, I was about to say, are we arguing? Yeah. Matt Fleming is beyond the fell-handed, having his gender changed now. Is GW changing his preferred pronouns? I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
AI generated.
Yeah, but again, GW, just come fucking clean, bro. Get an artist to clean it up afterwards. It'll be fine. No one's actually going to be angry at you.
Looney Lenny, Arch, you're lazy too. You forgot to get rid of the pinwheel of happiness. Listen, I'm just a guy. I can't be expected to chase down all of the pinwheels of happiness in the AI art I use for the Vampire RP, okay? Sometimes a pinwheel slips through. So far, YouTube's been surprisingly chill about them too, which is nice. Marine Alva, the church that flies the flags of many colors will be the first to convert to mosques. And as a Christian, not happy, but welcome it. But I welcome it.
Yeah. I've got no fucking sympathy.
At this point,
for those ones.
Western Christianity kind of just has to collapse and be replaced by a more extreme version of itself.
Yeah, I would rather go back to insufferable browbeating, like chest thumping fucking medieval flagellant Christianity than whatever we have now.
Well, the thing is too, like, if a religion isn't willing to assert itself, then it's no longer a religion. It doesn't exist anymore. It's now just bound to the whims of the masses.
There was a series of polls and surveys done that found that weirdly enough, the Protestant evangelicals were the most parochial about their own religion, and the Catholics, over a third of the fucking clergy, thought that basically all religions were valid.
Why the fuck do you even become... That is so baffling. Like, you're a priest. You chose this as your vocational path, and you're like, any interpretation of any religion is the same.
You know? But that explains the Pope, right? Explains why the Pope is always like the worst Catholic on earth.
Yeah, because they keep voting for the worst amongst them all. Like, he is their chosen representative. Like, we've got to pick the least Christian of us.
Yeah, it's kind of mad, to be honest.
Harry the human substitute rancor. Now imagine for a second, the gay girl I mentioned and her girlfriend, they believed that whenever something like this attack happens in real life, they copy and paste a Christian over the attacker, and that's how they see reality.
Yeah. I mean, the fact the woman came out and was like, well, we were praying that it'd be a straight white Christian man. It's like, yeah, we know. Yeah. We fucking know. Like, tells us everything about your worldview, love.
Boog, Islam is right about intersectionality. Well, yes. It's right about religion, too. Carson Kazmiri had a gunnery sergeant, the Marine Corps, was in Fallujah in 04, and he said they're more peaceful after they detonate. That's true. Mr. Rich Lopich, they can be peaceful, provided they are in very few in numbers compared to nuns, and they have no political authority or power. Sajad, on Streamlabs, I've said it multiple times, but there is no such thing as a moderate Muslim. There are overt Muslim extremists and covert Muslim extremists running interference for overt Muslim extremists.
Well, I don't think it's entirely true, right? So you've got people who are like Muslim as an identifier, right? As in, like in the same way that people are like nominal Christians, you do get a lot of nominal Muslims, but if they don't ever do anything about the people who aren't just nominal Muslims and do terrible things, then who cares?
Yeah, and as an identifier, it's a great way of putting it, because there are people who are Muslim in the same way that many people are Christians, in that this is a general worldview that they hold, but it's
not even necessarily a worldview, but like an identity.
Yes.
Oh, I come from a Christian family. I come from a Muslim family.
Yes. It's a thing that's a part of you, but it's not the defining part.
But you don't do anything. You eat.
Alex Adamson does need to be AI to make mistakes. I've seen artwork of a chimera double-bolted with rifle casings coming out the side of the turret.
Oh, hey, it's rained out there. So we've had like a month without rain in England. It's been really, really nice weather. All the grass has gone yellow. I've just put a box out. So my office is done, so I'm like sorting it out now. And I just went outside and it's rained out. So wonderful. It's rained for the first time in God knows how long.
It's been raining plenty over here.
Oh really? Oh, it's been beautiful here. Really, really nice.
Bren Hydra, Fauci, Germany, and now the craziness in Spain with the 10,000 refugees. Waiter, more straws in the camel's back, please.
yeah, that's... it so is, though.
Oh, and also, right, so on the AI argument, the artists make mistakes, too. So, yes, there are mistakes that artists will make. For example, one of the most common mistakes that are done endlessly is the fact that bolt rounds are depicted as having shell casings, whereas bolters are mini rockets. They're fired, the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a rocket.
Yeah, the whole thing exits the thing. So the slide at the side is utterly pointless. It's either there purely for manually racking around or for the gases to escape the firing chamber.
Yeah.
But, like, that is a minor mistake that requires a deeper understanding of the lore to, get, because you have to be an autist to go, like, oh, it's a miniature rocket, etc. It would be caseless. It wouldn't have a case ejected out the port.
Yeah,
so
the average person isn't going to think about that.
Yes. Meanwhile, the average person is going to go, wait, did I just paint 6 fingers on that hand?
Yeah. No person is going to fuck that up.
Yes. In the same case that no person is going to look at a rotating cannon and go, it just fires from random barrels, right?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So there's a difference between an AI mistake and a human mistake.
Yeah.
Boog, President Autopan pardoned Fauci. There's a good point. There's a good chance for it. Naminaman on Kick. In order to save the UK and by extension Europe, has Sargon considered just blasting Rule Britannia at every opportunity?
Sorry, at who?
Rule Britannia, if you decided to play that constantly.
Yeah, but for what reason?
To save Britain.
Oh, well, I don't think that will save Britain. Unfortunately.
Wasn't Rule Britannia invented? Who invented that? Wasn't that? It has some strange origins where it wasn't intended to be a national anthem.
Well, it's not a national anthem. It's just
unofficial.
A song we like. Yeah.
I've read something.
Personally, I'd like the national anthem changed to Jerusalem anyway. The song Jerusalem.
I don't know if I do.
You probably don't know it. It's a famous song in Britain. But it's a lovely, lovely song that's actually nice rather than, God Save the King. It's like it's a bit mopey, really.
Jonathan Smith, Fifth Amendment only exists so that you do not self-incriminate. Accepting the presidential pardon is to admit guilt, therefore you don't have the Fifth. Well, you can tell that to Anthony Fauci, and you know what he's going to say? He's going to say, with respect...
No comment. I plead the Fifth.
Yes. With respect, under the Fifth Amendment, I'm not going to answer that.
You ignorant...
Like, you've got to understand, like... You can be the adult in the room all you want and tell the child you can't do that. That's not how the rules work. But as long as the child keeps going, no, these are the rules, you have no recourse unless you're going to fucking take off your belt, that is.
Yeah. So true.
Dreadnought Logan, as my uncle says, it's easier to total a car than it is fixing it. You can't magic away your problems with a single button, but the reward is real. Listen, the only answer to the Anthony Fauci question is to have a man standing next to him that viciously slaps him across the cheek every time he mentions the Fifth.
Are you ready to
It's your only fucking hope.
Mare's fluttery buttery butt?
Nolly on Kick. Thank you very much, sir. Hold on, I thought bolt rounds had casings. If I recall, they were supposed to be a rocket-assisted round with a primary kick charge in the shell. Well, technically, they're supposed to be 2-stage rounds, where the first part of the charge propels it out of the barrel, so there would not be a casing. It would leave the barrel, after which the second stage would then fire the actual, bullet part of the projectile.
Trick or treat.
Because it would make no sense for a rocket projectile to have a casing that needs discarding. At that point, you would simply just have it be a bullet.
But why would you need it?
Grizzly, when we win, the deportations should include the traitorous left. Like I've said, we really need to bring back fucking exile.
Yeah, but the thing is, I mean, we could do it, even if it was only within our own borders. Like, our countries are big enough and have remote enough areas.
Napoleon, don't forget the missing U.S. Air Force Major General retired, who held almost every security clearance and was involved in classified tech research. Just disappeared. Bass Player, they haven't made a movie because the movie they made about Fauci has a 3% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. Damn. Didn't even know they made a movie about Fauci.
I've just found, going through these boxes, right? So when I was, 12, 13, Jurassic Park came out, and I got the book, and I put this cover protecting, film over the cover, because I loved this fucking book when I was 13. And I have just found that exact copy with that cover on it, the cover protector thing on it, from 1992. How the fuck have I still got this? Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, awesome. It's a great book. It's a better book than it is movie. And the movie was good, so. But where did this come from?
Grant Nick, diversity for Israel. If only. I guess of the dogs.
I mean,
How
to
long?
be fair, Israel is quite diverse. It's like 30% Arab.
Yeah, but that's mostly conquered populace at this point, I imagine.
Yeah. But I don't want my population to be 30% Arab.
I guess of the dogs. How long till you force Mel to watch MLP? Sadistic minds must know. Well, I guess when they'd make the new season and butcher it. Anthony, we need to go back to duels on the congressional floor. We used to be a real country.
Yeah.
No more.
Same problem everywhere, mate.
Same problem. Fox and Doppelganger, Fauci must be punished by any means necessary. Tried for mass murder by states, sent to another country for crimes against humanity, or one motivated individual. Whatever it takes. Nothing will happen to him. He's already skated. Let that fact radicalize you.
Yeah.
Laws finally caught one of your casts live to say, cannot explain how weird it feels to see you talk about Piers Morgan whilst I can see him lounging in the hot tub from my girlfriend's house in Sussex.
Really? Gross.
Huh.
The last thing I'd want to see is Piers Morgan in the fucking hot tub.
I don't know. It would be an achievement. You could tell people about that, you know?
Yeah,
Super Country. When you get right down to it, all forms of death may be classified as heart failure. I mean, yes, technically.
Well, yeah, in a trivial sense, yeah.
It's like, so, what killed these 3 young girls, doctor? Well, there's vast trauma to their lower bodies. There's also a bruising around their necks. Get to the point, doctor. Fine, heart failure.
God. I've just discovered an original 4-disc CD copy of Planescape Torment. And the thing is, I know who this is. It's not even mine. Don't know how I've got it.
You stole somebody's copy.
I borrowed that off a mate of mine when I was in university. 25 years ago. All right.
It's rather cruel. It's a great game, too.
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, you can get it remastered on Steam. In fact, I think I have it remastered on Steam.
Yep, I do, too.
Yeah, it's an incredible game.
GPS. Before I go to bed, it seems that it falls to me to ask the question chat most desperately wants to know, yet can't bring themselves to ask. Sargon, is Lum Lum Lumi one of the good ones?
Don't know.
Don't know. That's the correct answer.
I don't know them.
Luminous Co. Hi chat. Hi Archlane. Hi Sargon. Have a good day. Also Sargon, great video the other day continuing the conversation about the Odyssey.
Oh, thank you.
Morian's Day. Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment. As is it ever.
True.
Furious Dan. Don't lose heart about the 40k series. Paul Verhoeven is far left and his far right dystopia of Robocop and Starship Troopers are awesome. Well, to be fair, yes. But if our only hope is that the writer of 40k will let an intern write the story for him... That's not great. Tunisia, apparently the left has done turn against Ukraine now that they're bombing the Iranians. This and the other towards the next guest fund.
Ukraine's bombing the Iranians?
I think I heard something about them sending drones or something.
Oh, really?
Carson Kazmiri thought I saw Bigfoot, but turned out to be just a hairy guy. The meth heads were not cannibals because they seem more concerned with catalytic converters, copper wiring, and robbing 7-Eleven. Well, you need some way to get more meth. Timothy Christie, hey, just passing by. We'll watch later. Can't wait to hear about Arch and Jake Monroe meeting. He says everything the accused Arch of. Cool dude. Alexander Cross, American cryptids can be explained by the following: bears, owl, and owl cats, Maine Coons, drug dealers, feds. That's true. Carson Kazmiri.
Does that explain anything, does it?
Maybe. I mean, bears eat people. I don't know about owls. I don't know what are the owls.
Yeah, I don't know what owl... hang on. Isn't that meant to be like a Mothman or something?
Maybe. Oh, does Mothman eat people?
I'm not sure.
Carson Kazmiri, Bigfoot would have my trunk armory to deal with. You're assuming Bigfoot isn't bulletproof.
Yeah, it's true.
Bass player, quite frankly, a lot of people who do go missing are just dumb. The Death Valley Germans come to mind. Oh yeah, let's go off-roading in a minivan. I mean, I'm sure there are a lot of people who look at a steep ridge and think like, I can climb that. And then they can't. MacLeod, Faye was discovered alive 19 days later in Vegas.
One of those people, to be honest.
That's why I would never go into nature, because I'd probably do something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I have been in nature, but not anywhere like very exciting.
Carson Kazmiri, Wendigo, why I don't recommend traveling through the Four Corners at night. Alexander Cross, it doesn't help that Canadian Mounties are in general genuinely quite terrible at their jobs.
Are they?
Presumably. I have been told by my chat, which means it is now gospel truth.
Yeah.
Roland Compton, I love the memes that show the difference between European cryptids and American cryptids in Europe. You have gnomes that play funny tricks. In America, we have the Wendigo.
Yeah, like this. I think this just goes to show there is a generally quite distinct difference between the way that Europeans look at Europe and Americans look at America, right? Like, we are comfortable with our continent, whereas Americans aren't.
Alexander Cross, it's 41 degrees outside. Too much summer for me. Fear not. It will pass.
It's not 41 bloody degrees here, thank God.
Hexy, reject the Vatican, embrace Luther. Screw the Pope. Mr. Distant Frenzy, I remember V did a video ages ago, something about asking the AI about the rise in Christianity in the West, and the AI's reply mentioned it was a different Christianity, one focused on building armies, not churches. No, both. It built a lot of churches, too.
Yeah, it did.
Alexander Cross, you severely overestimate the average artist. I've met some, they don't realize that multi-barrel guns only shoot from one barrel at a time.
To be fair, that's probably true. We probably are overestimating the artists.
Perhaps. MacLeod?
This is why Plato hated artists, by the way. He was like, they're representing reality, but they don't know anything about it. That's true.
That is true.
That is what they're doing, yeah.
MacLeod, I don't think Fauci is going to affect normies. The right actually doing something will actually make change, yet they do nothing while farming clips. Max Robe, I will not cease from mental fight, nor shall my sword sleep in my hand till we have built Jerusalem in England's green and pleasant land.
Yes. Great song. Honestly,
that's actually a good text. I like that. I need to look that up later.
Oh, yeah. Like, you can find, renditions of it all over the place. And it's just a very inspiring and heartening song compared to, everything else we have to deal with.
MacLeod, Sargon, I only wish the right had that level of desire the insider revealed. Dems face oblivion and still cling on and win seats in spite of it.
Yeah. Just a quick thing as well. Like, the right has got no desire to take Democrat strongholds in America. But I just find it baffling, absolutely baffling, that the Republicans spend zero fucking resources trying to take the shitholes that the Democrats have created.
Well, I imagine the Republicans almost look at them like lost causes. Like, if the people there are willing to destroy themselves to that level, then what are they going to do?
You could go down there and explain to them that it doesn't have to be this way. Vote for us instead of them.
But at that
You
point,
could like do democracy.
they're so ideologically conquered. They're probably not even. They're going to look at you and go like, "Well, evil Nazi, I'm not
I
going to
don't
vote
know
for
if
you."
this is true. I don't know if any of that's true.
I don't know. This is one of the reasons why a lot of people are in these places, ruined them, look around at the ruins and go, I'm going to move to Texas, and then vote the exact same way.
Yeah.
The ideology is pretty fucking deep.
Well, I don't know how much of it is ideology. That's the thing. I think people assume a lot of it is ideology, but, like, I don't know. So remember, like, California is not all just Los Angeles or the cities, you know? Like, there are loads of Republicans in California.
Well, the people living in the countryside, because they're the ones who more often than not get affected by bad decisions, like forest fires.
Yeah.
Zloxon Doppelganger, and yet Trump can't make people disappear. Fuck it. No one care about the I'll do what I want, according to my own morals. Can't say that on YouTube either. Alexander Cross, remember, if you're not radicalized enough to exhume the dead and put them on trial for their crimes again, you are not radicalized enough.
True. That's totally true.
And finally, Superkaji, you can't sing in Jerusalem unless you're standing in a tea chest in a mattress store. I'd have no idea what that reference is. Not a fucking inkling.
Nah.
And with that, chat, we are at an end yet again, almost on time this time. Not bad, not bad.
Yeah, not too bad.
Not too bad. And we reached our first like goal as well. Good job, chat.
Oh,
we're becoming more effective.
Excellent. Good start, chat. Good start. It's going to have to get better, though.
Slowly but surely, chat. Slowly but surely.
Yeah.
And so, thank you all for watching, chat. Thank you for your very generous donations, as always. And have a very good night. Thank you, Sargon, for hanging out with me today as well.
Anytime.
Oh, and Carson Casimir comes in at the end. Bigfoot has fur, I have dragon's breath, and magnum loaded hollow point slugs. Second Amendment be praised.